It's always a word than the sign of music.
Hello, this is Ryan from Masters of Vegas. We are a new YouTube channel. We say we because there's more than one. There's actually two of us. And we're making guides on basically editing with Vegas, but also, some other things that, we kind of want to make guides on. But yeah, we're here in Sony Vegas. Well, I'm here in Sony Vegas. And I'm going to be making some videos. Something that I'm going to call the Basic 10 series. It's the 10 most basic things, really, about Vegas. Now, this one's going to be about keyframing. It is the total building blocks of Vegas, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'll be making a more advanced one, but for now, we're going to stick with the proper basics of keyframing. But, maybe some of you know, maybe some of you don't. If you're new to Vegas, then, you might want to have a look at this. But we'll try to explain it in as much detail as we can. So I've just gone into solid color here on media generators and just inserted the black there just to give us a background, and I'm just going to go right click there and press insert text media, and we're going to call this our example. Okay, that's our example. X out that, move that back to there, and drag that over. Okay, so keyframing. Keyframing is basically a movement. It kind of sets your point about where you want to go. To insert a keyframe, so I'm just going to use event pan crop as, our starting point, because that's probably what you want to do. But it also works with video effects, and I'll show you that a little bit later on in the video. But to insert a keyframe, you either press this button here, hit the insert key, or, if you want to be trying to be awkward, you could double click, and there you go. There's your keyframe. Now at the moment, that keyframe, see the big F there, that means frame. So this keyframe is just focusing on that, and so is that. So nothing's exciting at the moment. But making this smaller, the F will be the frame that you'll see in this. Well, you can call it the black box, but whatever you want to call it. If you enclose it in, it'll zoom in or make the text bigger. If you go out, make the text smaller, because obviously the frame will be bigger. So just for sake of example, we'll make it zoom in. But you don't just have to zoom in, you could, make it go on its side for a bit, maybe. And then, once another new keyframe, right click and hit restore. That'll put it back to its original state. So what's happening is it's a normal state. Here it's at a kind of sideways angle, and this is the keyframe. This is kind of the benchmark for the next bit, and it's going to turn back to normal. So what it's going to look like is it's going to start off, and it's going to kind of mold into that position, your next keyframe. And then it will mold, or kind of like evolve, if you will, into the final keyframe. So when we play it from the start, it should look like this. Yeah, like I said, this is very basic, so, whatever. Yeah, this is really simple. But keyframing doesn't just work on that. It could work on absolutely anything. So, for sake of example, we're going to use cookie cutter. Just drag cookie cutter into there, and here you see it. Now, I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. Well, I'll do a separate guide on cookie cutter, because, it is, a really big thing. And this keyframe has these exact settings. So let's move on 2 seconds into the thing, when it should be on its side. We'll then move it into a circle. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. Then insert another keyframe back into the square. Okay, so when we play it, it should look like this. Okay, that's basic keyframe. I've got nothing to say apart from check out our channel, www.youtube.com/MastersofVegas. There's no spaces. For now, that's it going to be recording. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. Subscribe if you like the guides. Obviously, we'll be making more advanced things for people that, more advanced at Vegas. But for now, goodbye.